Hi, my name is Andy Dailing, and I will be your child's PA, ELA, or PA Social Studies teacher this year on Team 6-0. Welcome to Virtual Curriculum Night. My agenda for this video is to talk a little bit about myself, let you know who I am, give you contact information so you can get a hold of me, go over grading policies, the essential skills that your students will be learning in my class this year, and as well going over homework and grading. So first about me, I've been a teacher for 11 years, but this is my 9th year in District 204. I've taught at both the middle and high school levels. I'm also a football and basketball coach for the 7th grade teams here at Fisher. I'm married and I'm a father of 2. I have a daughter, Ruby, that's in 6th grade, and Lola, who's in 4th. So to get a hold of me, email is obviously the best, but I do have a phone extension here at Fisher. So that number is 630-375-3100, extension 9512. But I would also encourage you to tell your students that if they have a question or problem, to seek me out. 6th grade is a time where we start teaching students to advocate for themselves. So I'd really recommend that you have them come to me first. So grading policies. These are standard for 6th grade, but just a reminder that if a student turns in an assignment one day late, they will lose 25% of the overall total, 50% loss for 2 to 5 days, and after 5 days, the assignment will receive 0 points. But also just a reminder that you can set alerts in Home Access or Parent View so that you can track your students' grades. Grading policies for absences, again, standard for 6th grade, but your child has 1 day for each day absent to make up any missing work. If you do know your child's going to be out for an extended time, though, please let me know and I can do what I can to help get that material and homework assignments to them before they leave. Also, I encourage your students to log into Google Classroom when they're out because they can keep up to date on class activities and assignments. So materials that we have for PA, ELA, and PA Social Studies are very much the same as you can see here. A charged Chromebook, pen or pencil, something to write with, of course, personal reading book, spiral notebook, and a pocket folder. The only difference is that in ELA classes, the spiral notebook and pocket folder will stay in the classroom, whereas in social studies, your students will be responsible for taking and bringing those to class each day. So essential skills that we'll be focusing on in ELA this year will be kind of the standard 6 that is the essential skills for pretty much all ELA classes. We will be looking at 4 different thematic units in both ELA and PA ELA. But regardless of the unit, we're going to be studying and focusing on these skills. So first is reading. So we're going to focus on reading comprehension, making inferences from our reading text variety, literary devices, and author's craft, and then making connections between texts. In writing, we're going to focus on both expository, narrative, descriptive, and persuasive writing, as well as the writing process. In grammar, we're going to focus on parts of speech, sentence complexity, and sentence structure. Word parts, we focus on a mix between grade level vocabulary words, in-text vocabulary words, but also Greek and Latin roots to help your students learn how to decipher words that they might come across that they don't know. In social studies, again, we have some essential understandings that we'll be working on this year. In the units that we'll be looking at, all focus on early civilizations in social studies, but we've recently switched to an inquiry-based curriculum in which students will be formulating their own questions, evaluating information that they find and through their research, and then drawing their own conclusions from that information. So one of the biggest questions I usually have from parents is, how do I keep up with my students' grades and homework? Well, first I'll explain how students can keep track of that, and then I'll explain how parents can find that information. So first, at the beginning of each day in all of my classes, students will see an agenda like the one you see here on the screen, in which we explain the activities for the day, but most importantly, we also explain what homework will be due that night. So again, I recommend, and I know other teachers have mentioned this, but I definitely recommend students write down their homework in their assignment notebooks that's provided by the school at the beginning of each day, so they have that information. But if they don't write that information down, there's also the option of going to Google Classroom, where assignments will be posted on the stream. And you can see here an assignment is posted at the very top. This is where all homework assignments go, unless those homework assignments are done in class. If they're done in class, then obviously those students will need to be here to get that information. And so we can talk to students about working on in-class work separately. So for parents, though, the best option is go to Parent View. You can also set alerts when your child's grade percentage drops below a certain number, but this will show you what assignments have been turned in, assignments that have been graded, and then what their score is. So this is the best way for you to keep track of your progress of your student. So I look forward to teaching your students this year, and I look forward to working with you, and have a great rest of the year.